This dog is tearing up every toy at the shelter. But why? Hi everyone. This is a dog from an animal shelter. He's a 4-year-old terrier mix who was surrendered by his family when they went on vacation. They said they couldn't take him with them, so they brought him to the local animal shelter, but they didn't realize that he had a special talent. When you give this dog a toy, he will tear it apart piece by piece. The shelter staff were worried that he would hurt himself, so they removed all of the toys from his kennel. But they soon realized that he wasn't doing it to play with the toy or to be destructive. This dog was adopted from a different shelter 2 years ago by a woman named Sarah. Sarah fell in love with him instantly. She took him home and gave him everything he needed: food, water, a warm bed, and plenty of toys. But one day she noticed that her dog was always looking around the house with a sad expression on his face. He would stare out the window for hours, never wanting to leave the yard. And no matter how much she played with him, he would always stop to sniff the ground. She took him to the vet, who told her that he was healthy and there was nothing wrong with him physically. So Sarah started to wonder if maybe he was just bored. She tried taking him for walks, playing fetch, and even signing him up for obedience classes. But nothing seemed to help. One day, Sarah found some old tennis balls in the garage and gave them to the dog. To her surprise, he went crazy. He rolled around on the floor with the balls and barked excitedly. It was like a switch had been flipped. He was no longer the same old dog. Sarah continued to give him the old tennis balls, and soon he became obsessed with them. He would carry them around the house and sleep with them in his bed. Sarah was so happy that she had finally found something that made him happy. She didn't know why he loved the old tennis balls so much, but it didn't matter. All that mattered was that he was happy. Fast forward to today. Sarah is moving to a new home, and unfortunately she can't take the dog with her. She tried to find someone in her family who could adopt him, but no one was able to, so she brought him back to the animal shelter. The shelter staff were surprised when they saw how well behaved he was. He was friendly with everyone and didn't seem to be scared or anxious at all, but they soon realized that he was still obsessed with the old tennis balls. When they took him out into the yard, he would spend hours sniffing around the trees and bushes. He would bark excitedly and then come back empty-pawed. The shelter staff were concerned because he was getting thinner and thinner. They tried giving him new toys, but he didn't seem interested in them. He only wanted the old tennis balls. After a few weeks of this, Sarah came to visit him. When she saw how thin he had become, she knew that she had to do something. She started bringing him old tennis balls from home, but that didn't help. He would tear the balls apart and still not eat. Sarah was heartbroken. She didn't want to give up on him, but she knew that he wouldn't survive much longer. That's when she contacted a local animal rescue group. They took one look at the dog and knew that they had to take him in. They gave him a clean bill of health and a nutritious diet, but he still refused to eat. The vet suggested that maybe he was just grieving the loss of his family, so they decided to give him some time to adjust. But after a few days, it became clear that something else was wrong. The dog was suffering from a rare medical condition that made him want to rip things apart. But the good news is that with surgery, he can make a full recovery. The shelter staff are so relieved that he's finally getting the help he needs. They're also grateful to Sarah for not giving up on him. If you adopt this dog, please don't get rid of his old tennis balls. He loves them more than anything in the world. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more heartwarming stories.